everybody, Amanda Kulong with TechZulu Live here from South by Southwest. Welcome back. We are still here in the Alcatel Lucent Lounge holding down the fort. There are lots of people behind you that you can't even see. Lots of craziness going on here in the lounge. Music's pumping. People are eating, drinking, doing their thing. And now I am joined with a great old friend, actually, that I met before. This is Jack, and he is now with GIGTank.
Absolutely. Yeah, GIGTank is here. Alcatel's invited us to join the lounge, and we're here, and we're recruiting people to basically to come to Chattanooga and play around with the fast internet we have there.
Yeah, tell me about this. I've heard quite a bit about Chattanooga as of late, and that everybody should be focusing on it if you're in the tech world, because it's got the fastest internet, in the United States right now?
Yeah, it's the fastest in North America, and it's basically, you might have heard of Kansas City and Google, and they're building some stuff there. Right. Well, we actually have that already, and we've had it for about a year and a half. And so what it is
Kansas City, you are not stealing that title. No.
Yeah, Kansas City, you're on notice. No, we work with them on some stuff. But yeah, it's basically we've got fiber optics running to every home and business in town. It runs at a full gigabit speed. So not just
No. What?
Yeah, not just a little bit faster than what you've got, not just a little bit faster than Fios, but like 10 times faster than anybody else has. So it's really, and frankly, that's it. We don't know what to do with it. No one does. So we're inviting people to come down for the summer, play around with it. We've got students coming, entrepreneurs coming. Just come figure out what to do with it, and we'll give you a bunch of money to do it.
Now, it didn't just magically appear. There had to have been a plan to put this in place. So who was behind that? What was the thinking? What was the goal? Why?
Yeah, it actually came out of a program. We have a locally owned utility that owns all the power, and EPB, Electric Power Board, real original name. And they started laying fiber optics communication lines 10 years ago to monitor everything. And then they got Alcatel involved, and Alcatel said, hey, you can lay this network on top of it, and we can crank it up to a gig speed because of what you've done and how you built it. And they just sort of backed their way into a telecommunications company, and now we've got it.
This is crazy. It just goes to show that tech exists all over the place, and it just springs up here and there with different things too. Can you give me an example of what is something that you can easily do with your internet speed that we, for instance, would not be able to do here at South by right now?
Right, so it's kind of one of those things. It goes many different directions. Businesses, like our businesses, we do things that usually you'd only do like really in the data center. We do them in our houses. So we do like time machine level backups from like 4 different offices where you're just moving data around all over the place, and because the internet's really it's not a barrier anymore. And then on the other side, you can do crowdsourced video feeds. Everyone talks about, fire up a bunch of
I'm liking this. You're talking to the video people here. Keep going. What?
So everyone fires up a video phone, like an iPhone or something, to do a video of a concert. Yeah. Well, that kind of kills networks. It crushes them. Well, when you got this fiber optics everywhere, internet doesn't even bother. It doesn't even cause a blip. And you can do people are building some crazy stuff in Chattanooga.
And so you're inviting people to Chattanooga from all over the place to say, come here, let's have a mind meld, and let's figure out how to use this crazy network that we have.
Yeah, basically started with myself and a couple partners said, hey, we want to get college kids here, right, for the summer. Let's get some crazy college kids here. And we threw some prize money on the table, started inviting, then it grew, and now we've got an entrepreneur track with some seed capital. So there's $100,000 prize for the entrepreneurs, $50,000 prize for college kids. Just come up with the best idea. We'll give you a bunch of money.
What's the competition itself called? Where can people find out more about it?
You can find out stuff at thegigtank.com, and you can actually apply there. Applications are open until March 20th. We extended for South by. And we've already got a couple hundred applicants, so make sure you got your stuff in there and get it in there well. But it's going to be great. We're going to have a bunch of people in town, going to have all sorts of stuff all summer long in Chattanooga to sort of celebrate this innovation that's going to come out of it.
I love it. I absolutely love it, because you never know what will come out of that.
Well, TechZulu is going to come to Chattanooga and cover the whole thing.
Apparently we are. You heard it here from Jack.
Absolutely, yeah. But the invitation's open, and it's just going to be people hacking on stuff all summer long. We're putting them up in housing. We've got different office space for them. We've basically got everything you could want all summer long.
Place to live, place to co-work, place to just mix and mingle and
climb mountains, go rafting, kayaking, canoeing. We're going to have all of it all summer long. We're basically going to put the whole city on showcase for about 3.5 months.
That is brilliant. What dates specifically?
Well, applications are March 20th. They're due then. Okay. Then the entrepreneurs kick off, I think, May 14th, and the students kick off June 11th. And they're going to run until late August. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I definitely think people should get involved in this. We've got, even back in Los Angeles, UCLA, Caltech, USC, all of you guys We need to get you applying for this thing.
Actually, the Annenberg Center at USC, Jonathan Taplin and the guys there, they've been on board with us since pretty early on, so that we've got kids applying from there, Harvard, Europe, everywhere. We've got kids from all over.
MIT.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Media Lab guys have sent some applications in. It's going to be crazy.
How are you going to deal with that influx of people? Have you warned the rest of Chattanooga yet?
No, we haven't. And please, anyone in Chattanooga, don't worry, it's fine. No, we're hoping to break the city. That's we're hackers. We like to break things, so we hope to break the city with all the people. So it'll be fun.
Is that your tagline? GIGTank, break the city.
Break the network, then we'll break the city. Yeah.
No, I love it. I think it's a great idea, and what a wonderful way even to promote what you're doing in Chattanooga.
Absolutely, and I mean that's where we got involved. I mean, this is not my job. I mean, I'm a partner at a venture capital fund in town, and that's where we want to get involved, just to bring more innovation there. And Silicon Valley and Austin are great and wonderful, and we come to things like this, but there's a handful of companies that need to be in other places like Chattanooga and spread it out.
There are other really cool areas of the country and the world.
Absolutely, and we want to be involved with all of them, not just one at a time. So that's kind of why we're involved in sponsoring the thing. So it's great.
Well, let's switch gears for 2 seconds then. GIGTank's awesome, but I want to talk about venture for 2 seconds. What's the venture scene like in Chattanooga, and also what sort of startups are you seeing there? Are there a certain type? Are you looking at certain industries? Like, what's hot in Chattanooga right now?
Yeah, I mean, Chattanooga's it's definitely a burgeoning marketplace for startups, but a city that 2 or 3 years ago had no startups. Now we had about 15 last year that got funded on some level, and it's really what we're seeing in Chattanooga is an expansion of as the bleeding edge starts going out to the rest of the country. We're seeing companies in Chattanooga that are taking bleeding edge technology and taking it to the masses. So we're seeing some really cool stuff coming out, and it's not just technology for technology's sake. It's actually going straight to market and addressing needs of sort of the more common level of the market. So it's actually hitting some pretty broad adoption points.
Any of your portfolio that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to our boys Reticker, who actually came out here with us. They're the muscly guys in the tank tops you see walking around the lab.
That's who those guys are in here. I didn't notice anything.
Absolutely. No, they're out here. They're doing some really cool stuff with some artificial intelligence around basically quieting the noise in the news space. There's a lot of news coming at you. They're trying to calm that down a little bit. Yeah.
They are not going to make me shut up.
No, they're not. What they're going to do is they're going to put you in front of everybody because you're what people need to be focused on. Absolutely.
That I like to hear.
There you go.
Excellent. Well, last question. What have you been getting out of South by? I mean, obviously you're here to really push GIGTank, but in terms of the scene, is there anything that's really stood out to you? Any antics that you've noticed? Any other company that you want to give a shout out to, whether it's a new app that you've tried or something that you just was impressed by?
Yeah, I'm just impressed with how easily apps are coming out now. I mean, that bar of like, it doesn't take a year, 18 months. I'm loving the speed that we're seeing here. People are.
Is that a problem though?
It is, and it creates a lot of noise and a lot of sort of.
You need an AI technology for the noise with all the apps.
That's phase 2. Don't tell anybody.
I didn't say anything.
No, but it is really cool because you can take an idea and spin it up into a company in a few months with some of the platforms that are being developed. And it's really cool to see that innovation cycle getting compressed even further and more ideas are coming out. Because I mean, that's why I do what I do. It's all about seeing new ideas. So it's pretty cool right now.
What do you think about all the geolocation services that have come out that are like the next iterations of Foursquare, whether it be like a highlight or even platforms for making geolocation services like Geoloki that Amber Case keynoted about the other night?
Yeah, I think that's a space that's still very much up in the air. I don't think we're going to need as many apps in that space as we have right now, but you're going to see there's going to be some winners and some losers. And the winners are going to be the ones that really drive value for the consumer. Everybody's trying to do an advertising angle, and that's great, that's how you pay the bills, but the winner in this one is going to be who drives the value for the consumer. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
And thoughts on mobile overall?
It's big and it's not going anywhere.
Very succinct, very well put.
Yeah, I mean, mobile space, there's just, we were in browser wars 10 years ago, now we're in the mobile platform wars, and it'll get standardized over time. You'll have platforms built on standards. And
HTML5, what do you think?
It's a win. I mean, I think more and more is going into the browser. As devices get more powerful, you're going to see more processing in the cloud, and the browser's getting smarter about where they're pulling their data from. And the people that figure that out and frankly facilitate that are going to be, from my point of view, the companies we're looking for.
And finally, is the cloud pissed off that Chattanooga has such an amazing internet speed with fiber optic? Because then you don't need to do stuff in the data center. You can clearly do it from your own home.
Well, what it does is it disperses the cloud, right?
True.
The cloud now can kind of exist across the entire city. It doesn't have to be in one central location. But no, I mean, it's still driving the cloud. People still, they want more cloud. They want Salesforce with media and video and high def this and 3D that.
Give me everything, consumption.
Exactly. So it's going to be cloud 2.0 HD, whatever buzzwords they want to throw on it. But that kind of
Super cloud.
Exactly. It's just going to push the cloud further. So it's not going anywhere. It's definitely where the future is.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I think I've grilled you to my full extent. So, Jack, always great chatting with you. And I'm so excited for GIGTank. TechZulu will try and be there. If not, we will at least get someone on the street locally, and we will get coverage of GIGTank because I want to see the city break.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, and good talking with you.
As always, talk to you soon, everybody. This is Jack with GIGTank in Chattanooga.